Olunaku lw'eggulo aduumira amagye g'eggwanga General Muhoozi Kainerugaba naye yavuddemu omwasi n'alabula abantu ku nsonga y'emu nti tebalina kusigala walonderwa nga bamaliriza okulonda.
We appeal to citizens to cast their votes peacefully and go home.
Attorney General agambye Muhoozi, please stop your nonsense, because if you really listen to Muhoozi Kainerugaba bwe yabadde ayogera tewali teeka na limu lya quoting.
I'm advising you as the Attorney General. I'm not advising you as to what anyone said outside this house. I am telling you, you cannot stay at the polling station after voting. You stay a distance allowed as per the law.
Thank you. 20 meters. Ladies and gentlemen, mbadengenda gamba breaking news naye. Gonna take about the breaking news. Gabadde okawungezi kaise afternoon olunaku olw'eggulo. Naye oyinza okuba wagenza okwebakanga tewalabye TV, tewalabye radio, tewawuliza radio, tewasomye empapula z'amawulire oba social media. So it is breaking news to you. So allow me say breaking news kweno TV. And with that said, right to back to tusoma mawulire mpulira gampa feeling ne vibe. Nze owulira ndi mu feeling. From wherever you're watching me, my name is Mordecai Murisa, and you're watching Mordecai Murisa Live TV, presenting to you from these United States of the America. In a dramatic development that has exposed deep tensions within Uganda's power structure, Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka has publicly contradicted a controversial directive issued by Muhoozi Kainerugaba regarding voter conduct at polling stations. Kiwanuka has affirmed that citizens are legally entitled to remain 20 meters from polling stations after casting their ballots, as stipulated by law. The Attorney General's position directly challenges Muhoozi's order. Producer, I think, my editor, you need to add more lines on Muhoozi. He enjoys, so we can say, Muhoozi who enjoys. And why though? Okay, I'm sorry, Katude Kumaulide. The Attorney General's position directly challenges Muhoozi's order issued 2 days ago, which instructed voters to vacate polling stations immediately after voting, an order widely criticized as unlawful. The confrontation played out last evening on the floor of Parliament, where Kiryowa Kiwanuka, under pressure from Chira Municipality Member of Parliament Ibrahim Semujju Nganda, was compelled to clarify the government's legal position. As the country's chief legal advisor, Kiwanuka's statement amounted to a rare and public rebuke of Muhoozi's directive. Expectedly so. Okay. The announcement has been welcomed by many Ugandans as a victory for the rule of law. Even as analysts warn, it may be viewed by Muhoozi's supporters and acolytes, minions, lackeys, and lapdogs as an act of defiance. The unfolding situation has intensified national debate over the role of the military in civilian affairs and who ultimately controls Uganda's electoral process. Big question. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mordecai Murisa Live.
You're watching Mordecai Murisa Live political commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
Tetulwa katusimbulirewo naye nga tetunabagenda nja kusaba okubeera ng'otwegattako okusubscribe ku guno omukutu tugezaako okweza abantu 5,000 ng'omwaka tegunaba kuggwako tuli 4,4 tubulako ennaku mmeka ennaku 10 nga naziizo 10 na mmeka 17 10 zonna ze ziri nga tegunaba kuggwako subscribe nga nja kuba nkusiima kati katulabe Muhoozi Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka yamugambye genda
okuva okwenja akalulu kwatandika bannakibiina ki NUP nga bakulemberwamu abakwatidde bendera mu kalulu k'omukulembeze w'eggwanga Robert Kyagulanyi baze bakubiriza abantu baabwe nti olunaku lw'okulonda bwe lutuuka nga bamaliriza okulonda basobola okusigala awalonderwa okutunuulira ebigenda mu maaso.
Mubeere ne kaliculeta ffe tuli bannamateeka tewaliwo tteeka ly'obwomenye tubale akalulu presidential candidate mubale buli constituency afunye bumeka buli district afunye bumeka
Kyokka oyinza okugamba nti ebigambo bino bibadde tebitambulira bulungi abakulu okuva mu bitongole bya gavumenti eby'enjawulo nga ne gye buvuddeko ssentebe w'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda Simon Byabakama yalabula abantu okudda ewaabwe nga bamaze okulonda nti abanaasigalawo bakuyoolwa nga nseenene.
Imagine that. Akulira akakiiko k'ebyokulonda. These people okumenya amateeka kulingidde emitwe gyabwe nti okutuusa obulabe ku bannansi bakitwala nga joke mujja kuyoolebwa nga nseenene. Look at this dunderhead.
Naye tugambe ekintu ekiwadde kirimu kikirizibwa mu mateeka naye bw'okiteeka mu nkola eriwo kati mu mbeera eriwo kati n'osanga ebifo bibe mu Kampala biri mu polling stations zaffe ziri mu bufunda kati wokkiriza abantu nga 600 okubeera ku kifo kyekimu kitegeeza nti bajja kwesanga nti basemberedde ddala wali.
No, tojja tuzanyira ku mutwe. Bo abantu bagambye meters 20 tebagambye bagenda kusemberera. Lwaki obasindike batateekeddwa kubeera? Bo bagambye meters 20 okubeera balondedde. Baso okweyiya basobola n'okusemberera okubeera mu town eziranye polling station. Omugamba mu deeka.
Abantu bakubira kalulu omuntu ne basobola n'okulaba kulengera mu basin.
Olunaku lw'eggulo aduumira amagye g'eggwanga General Muhoozi Kainerugaba naye yavuddemu omwasi n'alabula abantu ku nsonga y'emu nti tebalina kusigala walonderwa nga bamaliriza okulonda.
We appeal to citizens to cast their votes peacefully and go home.
Atya n'okutunula mu maaso, okutunula abantu mu maaso. Peacefully and go home. Enkofiira ebulako kumubikka. Bw'aba ayogera alina okwekweka naye yategeera nti alina otunulako mu kamera kati afuna enkofiira agisika ebikke wano eno. Singa kyakisoboka singa alekawo buno bwokka. Royal Sandhurst Military Academy student gye yasomera alumni.
Not to hang around the polling stations. The vote counting and tallying process will be transparent and is done in the open. Each individual candidate's agents will be...
Omuntu nga bw'anagamba ssente zo sigenda kuzibba. Bwe zireete ziteekaawo, sijja kuzibba. Teweetaaga kuzikweka, teweetaaga kuzitereka. Lwaki? Bw'oba togera kuzibba, lwaki ofaayo okuwa gye nnyina ozitereka? Ndeka.
Present, and these include presidential, the directly elected MPs, and women MPs. That is on...
He's right there breaking the law. Addressing the country as who ku nsonga z'ebyokulonda.
The 15th of January.
Wabula olwaleero ensonga eno etuuse mu palamenti mu lutuulo olubaddeyo omubaka wa Municipality y'ekira Ibrahim Semujju Nganda bw'asabye gavumenti okunnyonnyola oba nga ddala ebigambo ebyogerwa nti abantu tebalina kusigala we balondedde nga bamaliriza okukuba akalulu mu ssemateeka mu ebiri. Ono asobodde okwanukulwa ssaabawolereza wa gavumenti Kiryowa Kiwanuka.
The CDF has said, after voting, don't hang around polling station. The law on election is very clear. You can have agents representing you, but the voters can stay in a distance that is prescribed by the law. I just wanted to know, was this a position of the CDF? Or it is a position of the Electoral Commission?
It doesn't really matter. This guy with playing his foolery game, was this position of the Electoral Commission or CDF? It doesn't really matter. It is unlawful. Whether it is said by Byabakama, whether it is Yoweri Museveni, whether it is Muhoozi Kainerugaba, it is unlawful. It doesn't matter who is the messenger is. The message is by and large unlawful. He doesn't even care. Who directed? No. Can we open this book and try to read what it says? Okubiriza parliament mufa ku mateeka ani akyogedde? Who cares? Ani afaayo ku ani akyogedde?
Or the law which the chairman Electoral Commission which the CDF was emphasizing. I just needed to know. So when we are telling you, and you must encourage everyone not to stay at the polling station after voting. If you want, when you finish voting, you leave the polling station. 20 meters an hour, 100 meters, that's perfectly fine, but not at the polling station.
Nobody's saying we're going to remain at the polling station. No.
Semujju, ensonga endala
We're saying 20 meters away. We're going to say that within the vicinity, but 20 meters away.
Gadde abakulu batangaaze bwe buvunaanyizibwa bw'amagye ga UPDF mu kalulu ka 2026 nga balabikanga kati bali ku mwanjo nnyo mu kuddukanya ebigenda mu maaso.
Ekyo tekivuddeyo bulungi bagala kudda ku nsonga z'amagye tekivuddeyo bulungi. Let me show you wano bambulizo bulungi n'akyogera bulungi. Where was it here? Listen here to
I ignorance. I did not dispute the document that has been laid before the House. So, yes, government did, UPDF did state that they have this person in custody.
Let's go bali ku nsonga ndala katugende waneeno wano wennyini ddala. Waneeno we yabadde ayogera ku nsonga.
Distance that is prescribed in the law. He says go home. That's the question I asked.
Eno ye Extra Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
Honorable Semujju.
Mr. Speaker, I know the Honorable Kiwanuka is a very intelligent person. The question I asked was very specific. The CDF said go home. He didn't say stay within the distance that is prescribed in the law. He says go home. That's the question I asked.
Attorney General.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I'm advising you as the Attorney General. I'm not advising you as to what anyone said outside this house. I am telling you, you cannot stay at the polling station after voting. You stay a distance allowed as per the law.
Thank you.
20 meters as per the law.
Maybe he meant those whose homes are 20 meters away.
Never nang. This guy, Tayebwa guy, always bastardizing a conversation. Maybe, and he does this, to laugh. From
the polling station. Yeah, you go home.
It's not funny, but tumuveko Tayebwa Taina byakwogera. Attorney General agambye Muhoozi, please stop your nonsense, because if you really listen to Muhoozi Kainerugaba bwe yabadde ayogera, tewali teeka na limu lya quoting. Let's go back and listen to what Muhoozi Kainerugaba said. And I'll read you here. Where did I save this this thing? Okay, it's right here.
In addition, we strongly urge all political actors during this electoral season to abide by the Independent Electoral Commission guidelines and to cooperate fully with the security forces.
Cooperate with security forces who are brutalizing us.
For the safety of all. We appeal to citizens to cast their votes peacefully and go home.
No.
Not to hang around the polling stations. The vote counting and tallying process will be transparent and is done in the open. Each individual candidate's agents will be present, and these include the presidential, the directly elected MPs, and women MPs. That is on the 15th of January, 1 month from now, 1 month from today. Local and international election observers will also be present, and so will the media. So there is no need for people to hang around.
There's a need for people to hang around so that they see the transparency you are professing. Okay, I want to be there and see that transparency. Why you said it's chasing me away?
Saying they are protecting votes. The process is transparent, and all these measures are in place.
What law? Please, quote a law. Under what law are you giving us these directives? First of all, this is illegal for you and a military officer to engage, even give comments, your commentary on partisan politics. This is illegal. It is so funny. A thief coming to give lectures about why we shouldn't be stealing while he's holding some stolen items in his pockets. Oh, what you're doing is against the law. You're breaking the law and you're telling me, actually, that's actually a wrong example, Jempadde. Kuba chali mukungamba atenza ali mumateka. I'm sorry for that stupid analogy. Ono omubbi yagezaako okunnemesa okubeera nga nkola ekituufu. Kubanga ekituufu kiri etteeka ligamba ki, ladies and gentlemen. I'll show you here. I'll show you Eteka Ligambachi. I had saved it. I saved it here. Watch. Eteka Ligambachi radio. I need to move my face just a second. Let me put it up here. Olaba Ligambachi. Voters who have cast their votes and all other persons in the vicinity of the polling station, other than election officers, candidates, and candidates' agents and observers shall stand or sit at least 20 meters away from the table mentioned in subsection 3. So what does subsection 3 say? Let's read together. Here, subsection 3. Okay, Egambetia. On polling day, all voters intending to vote shall form one line backward from a point at least 20 meters away from the table at which each voter is to place the authorized mark of choice on the ballot paper. So, nobody's actually even talking about breaking the law. The Ugandan people are saying, look, this is what we are going by, the Presidential Elections Act. It is so funny these people are telling us that, we are giving you the permission now to suspend all the articles and clauses within this book. Listen to the orders of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. What they're trying to say is actually, you can ignore everything here. Chibatugamba, Fetugamba, we are following the constitution. Muhoozi's directives override the constitution. Muhoozi is above the constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Listen to Museveni. Don't listen to the constitution. Nobody's going to listen. And I think I saw, I think it was Malema Bidizinga Yogera. He's quite a controversial character, but I love him. I used to host him on Chakola, Record Television, Neku Record FM. I used to host him a number of times.
Muhoozi Kainerugaba. This guy has cases against him in Chotera, Uganda Road, Dida, State Hall, Okumi, Nakawa. He has been committing a lot of crimes between that period. Now, he's making unlawful announcements of how people should vote and then leave polling stations, how the voting will be transparent. Now, international, apart from Uganda, no military man, leave alone an officer, a man, even if he was a man, a Kadogo or an LDU, is allowed to participate in partisan politics, is allowed to comment on politics. And this is rooted in our constitution. When you read Articles 208, 209, it says the CDF role is clear, shall be non-partisan, and shall not participate in its role is to look at territorial integrity. But these crimes have continued to go on. The same defense forces have issued a statement that they have a reverend father, that they have a police, they are investigating, and then they were in him in court. I don't know which court. Now, this one is also saying that actually is telling the world that they are going to contravene the Constitution and the Presidential Elections Act. The Constitution says the sovereignty within the people. The election must be free and fair. A free election allows a person to do everything he wants, including sitting at the polling station from morning until the evening. Now, you are telling people that they must go, and you are saying, I'm going to mobilize and ensure that they leave. So this noise must stop. These are crimes, international crimes. These are crimes which go to the root of our sovereignty under Article 1. And you people who think that these are simple things, you should think twice. You must understand that these are crimes, and we shall not allow them to go on. This thing is turning out to be a military operation. The Constitution provides for a free and fair election, but it's a military operation. But on the other side, I like it that they are now uncovering their face. When we said that we are boycotting election, people thought that we are just jokers. But now it's clear that this is not an election, it's a military operation, to which we cannot participate in. So,
okay, I don't agree with him on that line about participating in an election. I do. But you get the point. Akugamba. And that's why folks like Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka are distancing themselves from this drama. Okay? Because they see the ship is really sinking. The Titanic is sinking. And folks, the pilots, Muhoozi Kainerugaba and his dad, Yoweri Museveni, are sinking the ship. Now, these folks are realizing, we might actually sink. We have to get off this. And sometimes they get it, other days they really fail. But they're starting to get an epiphany. It takes courage, more especially in an environment where fear has been normalized. You have to threaten people. Having Kiryowa Kiwanuka come out and say, hey, follow the law. Follow the law and ignore Muhoozi Kainerugaba. It takes some balls. And I'm so glad that he did. Because omuntu akugamba tambu togoberera teeka goberera nze kyenkugamba. No. By the way, mfunye n'omuntu omu ku bantu banoonyeza tugenda kubisa twagala tukoleyo ebipande nga okuli kubaita Presidential Elections Act ako tukakwate then tuleke ekifaananyi kya kati mfunye idea tuleke ekifaananyi kya Kiryowa Kiwanuka ogenda ku polling station ng'okutte nga oba either ogizi obizinze bwe batandika okugobawo ng'ogamba nze ngoberera Attorney General Chief Legal Advisor w'eggwanga then ngoberera ne ssemateeka kyegamba you're not committing any crime. Bagezeko kusindika nga byokutte byogamba Attorney General yatugamba okusigala waneeno ne ssemateeka atugamba bw'ati naddala obwayiro obufuga okulonda kw'abakulembeze b'omukulembeze w'eggwanga. So bw'obanga onaakiwagira please write to me ku Facebook Mordecai Murisa ye Facebook yange na Mordecai Murisa mpandiike ongambe this is the best idea of how we can do it. Tukubise ebipande binene abantu babeere nabyo. So this is it. I'm so glad that finally you have people who are actually standing up to Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And you can actually go beyond this. Kiryowa Kiwanuka, you can actually look at the reasonable conclusion. The logical conclusion. It is by resigning. Because if you have Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is unlawfully holding a press conference, giving unlawful orders, then this is actually a slap in the face to you as an Attorney General. He doesn't really care. But for how long are you going to be like, all right, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, when you speak, I listen, sir. No. Have some courage. Because what you do is saving the soul of our country that has been in complete and utter turmoil every electoral season. So can you be a man of courage? But I'm so glad at least you did this. Credit where credit is due. At least you spoke. Now, at least we have a basis. On this date, Attorney General Kiryowa Kiwanuka said this. And he didn't actually say it out of making it up. He was relying on the Constitution, especially on the Presidential Elections Act. And that needs to be applauded. Kiryowa Kiwanuka, thank you. I rarely do that to Museveni acolytes. And you know why? Because they serve the interest of a man who is hell-bent on us staying in power regardless. Anyways, you get the drill. Now, story ya NTV ya CNN yakoze yanyiziza abantu. Please stick around. Ngenda kujja nkulage be yanyiziza. You won't be surprised. Abamu bannamawulire Uganda si basanyufu lwaki CNN ya covering the story. Omu kubona mukwano gwange. Bw'oba oyagala okumanya ebisingawo subscribe ku mukutu then okone mukabayita notification bell oba alert bell. Emboozi bw'ena droppinga ojja kuba ogiraba. See you when you see me. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.